Praise the Lord is good, and his mercies endures forever. So I want to do a practical video here. So I've got my tape, two-sided tape. There are many two-sided tapes, you know. There's even a third one I bought recently. That one very small, but I've always had this. But I still bought this from recent. It's good for clothing if you want to attach. So I want to, tell you how you can, at least before you sew together, you can hand sew. I don't think machine sewing will help with this. You have to gently hand sew using the same color as the fabric of the gele. So I was going to tie this gele. I thought I'd opened one before, but anyway, I'm opening another one. If I've opened before, I don't know, I'm not sure now. Of this color is what I mean. So I thought let me do this video and show you what I did of recent with the clothing I wore, Ghana clothing with my bright orange apparel. I'll put a picture by that corner. So what I did with that was to try and make these two pieces. Usually they will attach it partly and then expect you to tie it around the part they attach. I've seen another turban of another style like that, partly attached. But this one of the things that happened to me when I was getting used to wearing it is that because I usually sometimes just use the long strap of my handbag to, put my bag around my shoulder so that I can have my daily bread or whatever to give. God bless you, as I have my handbag by my waist. So as I was trying to remove the strap of the handbag, I removed the top part. You don't want to go and do that in an occasion. It will sound funny or a bit embarrassing. So I thought, let's begin to do something about this turban. And there are different types I have in my trade. And I also have 3 dozen turbans from the fellowship trade to use maybe in a occasion, more open, revival occasion. I might just give it to those who don't have, scarf or covering. They'll be glad to use it. So long story short, I want this to be short as I'm going to the main reason why I'm dressed up, because I got some calls and I've had to make some calls today and also received a call all regarding my spouse. There are sometimes women are trying to cry out. I can imagine if Osinachi tried, like me, to cry out. People will not believe her. People will not believe her. They will say, what has come over her? You have a good husband as a pastor in the same church you are singing. People like your voice. Why are you now attacking your husband? The church, I came out of church, and God knew we were all enslaved into church. Well, before I start preaching, let me show what I mean about trying to make these two pieces into one. So I've got my cloth sellotape and my scissors. All you have to do is the inner part. Make sure you go through the inner part and cut the length from one end to one end before the tying part. So nicely cut. I make sure that you measure, because I kind of took a measurement. This is like, a bit more than the sellotape, which is good. You don't want the sellotape to be wider than the space, because these have their sizes. This is like 2 centimeters. I think I bought one on its way for 1 centimeter for another type of turban, that is. So Yes, what I'm going to do is just to basically open it up. It's two-sided sellotape. So you put it like that in the center and just carefully, don't rush, from the inner part of the cloth. Just carefully go down. It will be nice to put it on a flat base because I'm trying to show it. So make sure it's in the center, not more to a side. Just carefully put the tape. And the good thing is that you can lift it up and retape it well. So I'll put it down now so that I can retape it well using the table as a balance. I just thought let me make that known to you, how you can temporarily put down your turban so that when you go for a quick outing, as I'm supposed to be somewhere here, if I had a husband who communicates with me, which has to do with the phone ringing, my sister calling me, I was sleeping because I did night vigil. I was resting, more like. So I didn't hear a call, and my phone was off anyway. So I'm going to cut it at that part where the strap will join the base. So I'm cutting it just there. Try and put that back. So that's it. So are we seeing it? How the sellotape is going to be. That's it. So don't let the sellotape be too much wider. This is me trying to make a two-piece purple turban into one temporarily. And the good thing of choosing a sellotape that allows you to still have space here and here is so that after tying it and sellotaping it down, you can now go and use the part that is open just to gently stitch it together permanently. So this is all you have to do with the part that is with the joining always at the back. So you fit it like that. I said it, you can wear it under 1 minute. It's not exaggeration, because some people do a lot of exaggeration on the internet to get views. So that's it. So and then now the tape is still there, it's not sticky. So I'm going to remove the tape. Carefully remove that brown tape cover, you see, and be careful that see the tape. So now I've done it with the orange, so it just went once, then press it down and it's down, so that it has a temporal hold, and then you can now tie it. So there you go. Using, you can style it and curve it or a bit more. So I think this is a very good way to save time instead of wasting time and money to tie gele. This is a good golden sun shaped gele. So you need a very good adhesive tape, and yes, when I find time, I'm very busy sincerely. When I find time, I'll just take a purple sewing hand needle to just stitch it down with purple color thread so that it's barely seen. So there you go. Your gele is now into one piece and ready to go for occasion. God bless you for listening. Shalom.